And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Well guys, we are nearly through the week, the big game of course on the horizon as we do take on Celtic in the midday kickoff on Saturday. A massive game and a match we have to win. Nothing else is acceptable for us if we want to go on and win the title. We need to win the game, and even that doesn't guarantee us the title considering the circumstances that we are currently in at this moment in time. But hopefully there is being stuff done on the training park and things and players are getting prepared with hate in their eyes, looking to try and get their first win over Celtic in this season. It would be a good time to actually go in and get it. Of course, Celtic Park is going to be a tough place to go, but parking all of that sort of stuff up for a moment, guys, because in today's video we are going to be discussing some transfer news. As you can read there in the title, it does seem as though Rangers' first deal is imminent according to reputable sources. We're also going to be going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours, and there is no better way to start off with this one. This is an official announcement from Rangers. Rangers Football Club are today delighted to announce it intends to unveil the statue of legendary manager Walter Smith ahead of the Scottish Cup final. Walter's contribution to Rangers in the modern era is without equal, and following a year-long process, his legacy will now be preserved in a bronze on the corner of the stadium footprint between Edmonton House and the Coupland Road stand. In keeping with his lofty stature in the history of the football club, the bronze piece has been designed and sculpted by esteemed London-based artist Douglas Jennings, whose portfolio includes a statue of Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II in London, and in football sphere Jack Charlton and George Cohen. Under Walter's tutelage, first as assistant manager to Graham Souness before taking the reins permanently as Rangers lifted 9 league titles in a row, as well as 3 Scottish Cups and 3 League Cups. He would return to manage his boyhood club in 2007, following spells at Everton as assistant coach to Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United, and notably the Scotland national team, leading the club to the UEFA Cup final a year later, before going on to collect a further 3 league titles without interruption, 2 Scottish Cups and 3 League Cups. As a boy, Walter used to make the pilgrimage to the East Terracing at Ibrox to watch his heroes, and it's only fitting that the great man will be forever immortalised in bronze at the location the East Terracing once was. Chairman John Bannett said, it's a poignant moment in the history of this great football club to unveil a statue of our legendary former manager Walter Smith. The outpouring of tributes which arrived from near and far following his passing 2.5 years ago speaks to Walter's statue as both a human being and a custodian of our historic football club, and there is no Ranger more deserving in the modern era of being honoured in bronze. It would likely place on record our thanks as club to the artist and sculptor Douglas Jennings, as well as the internal and external stakeholders who have helped facilitate the process since the commissioning of the statue in October 2022. I'm sure the day of the unveiling will be one full of emotion for Walter's wife Ethel, his 2 sons Neil and Stephen, and the rest of his family. The work consolidates the significance and for great man and the place he occupies in the storied history of Rangers Football Club. Look, I've been very vocal, and so have you guys as supporters, that we should be honouring Walter Smith as one of the greatest managers in our history, and it's great to see that he is getting a statue, and as stated, that's going to be unveiled before the Scottish Cup final. So fantastic news there, and great to hear from our football club and what we're doing for such a legend. Now, of course, moving on from that great bit of news, we are moving in towards transfer territory, guys, and this time of year you start to hear murmurs of who the club could sign, or more in our case of who's going to be leaving the football club at this moment in time as well. But more excitingly, it does seem as though Rangers, a permanent move for Oscar Cortez, could be finalised by Rangers this week, according to reports. The Colombian winger joined on loan from Ligue 1 side Lens in January. As a part of the deal, an option to buy clause was inserted. The 22-year-old got off to a bright start at Ibrox, however, has been out of action since picking up an injury during a 2-1 victory over Kilmarnock on February 28th. He won't feature again this term as Philippe Clement's side attempts to win a treble, with the Premiership title and Scottish Cup still up for grabs. It was confirmed by the manager last week that talks were ongoing between the club and Cortez's representative about to move. However, the Belgian stated that a deal would only be completed if the price was right, and this wasn't set in stone from the outset. Now it appears the clubs are close to an agreement, with a deal set to be thrashed out over the next few days. Canal RCN says it's expected that in the coming days conversations will take place between both clubs to determine whether Cortez will remain in Rangers or return to France. It adds the next few days will be crucial to define the future of Oscar Cortez and know if he will continue his career at Rangers or if he will return to the lands in France. Again, this is absolutely huge for Rangers. I do personally think, I know this guy has been injured, and I do want to stay away from these kind of crooks, but as stated, I think he showed so much talent when he played for us, and I was thinking, actually, this boy looks something really special. I thought he's a player that everybody thought Ryan Kent was. He looked absolutely fantastic, and a player that I want to see more of, and certainly a player at that age as well that could go on to have a really, really good career in the game. Having said that, let's just hope this injury is a one-off, but I am certainly happy to try and get a player of that caliber in through the door on a permanent basis. I wasn't sure if they were going to go down the route of more of a loan again, but according to French sources, it does look like it is going to be a permanent transfer, which is very, very exciting indeed. Following this, guys, Rangers are reportedly tracking a Wonderkid from South Africa. Reports from scouts in attendance claims Rangers are one of a number of European teams interested in Orlando Pirates winger rabble Mofokeng. They report that the Ibrox club are keeping tabs on the emerging talent, who is aged 19. He's already caught the eye of clubs in England. He had a trial at Premier League sides Wolves before also being offered the chance to impress at Reading. Al Hilal and Red Bull Salzburg are among the other clubs who hold an interest. The central midfielder has started 16 games in his South Africa's top flight so far this campaign, playing his part in helping Orlando Pirates into third. He scored 4 times and has 6 assists to his name. His versatility is another plus point for any interested parties, with Mofokeng understood to be comfortable playing on the left wing. It is believed that Philippe Clement will be busy in the summer transfer window as the Belgian looks to put its own stamp on the team. Now, lastly, due to the Champions League, if you've seen sort of Borussia Dortmund go through against Paris Saint-Germain, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst has revealed that soon-to-be Champions League finalists tried to bring a player to Rangers. Yes, the Dutchman insists he attempted to sign Ian Manson for the Rangers during his time as manager. However, he failed as the wingback opted to go to Burnley and aid their eventual promotion to the Premier League. The Netherlands under-21 international last night helped secure Borussia Dortmund's slot in the season's Champions League final. The Bundesliga side beat Paris Saint-Germain 2-0 over both semi-final legs to reach the showpiece event at Wembley on Saturday, June 1st. So there you go, guys. Some interesting ones in today's video. As stated, we are getting into transfer season. It does look like that first deal is very, very close, according to Canal, who are very, very reputable within sort of French football media space. So here's going. We could have the first one done and dusted. What do you think of Rangers signing Oscar Cortez? Are you for it or are you against it? As stated, let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.